Hello everybody, and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we're doing another request. This request kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting to having to watch this, but I did, and today we are going to be reviewing Steven Universe, the movie. Steven Universe, the movie, was released in 2019, which is a lot sooner than I thought. I honestly thought it was like a 2016 movie. Nope, it was 2019. And it was written by Chris Pianka and directed by Rebecca Sugar. This was a request in the comments of one of my videos by Luna Ryko. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for putting in the comments. If anybody wants any of their movies, their favorite movies, or least favorite movies, anything reviewed, drop it in the comments below, and I will add it to my list right here. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to do all of these. I have like 5 series running continuously. But at least once a week you will get a review from a request. So thank you so much for dropping this in the comments. I look forward to seeing a lot of the other future movies in the comments down below. So I went into this movie blind. I have not seen anything about Steven Universe. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it was a musical. I had no idea. I went in completely blind. Ignore that. That's happening downstairs. They are loud all the time. Sorry about that. But I don't know anything about Steven Universe. So I was a little nervous going into it because I was a little afraid that I was going to be unable to understand what is going on. But I think I was able to understand it for the most part. Obviously, I think watching the show first would have been more beneficial and would have been easier for me to understand everything. But here is the generalization of the plot. Essentially what happens is Steven Universe, who is the pink gem of some sort, I guess over the course of his show, like, saved the world a bunch of times, and is now relaxing with his friends. When disaster strikes, when Spinel comes down from her world, where she's been sitting there for like 6,000 years, comes down, and basically tries to destroy the entire planet with this weird injector of poison. So what happens is all of Steven Universe's friends, which are all gems, basically restarted, and they didn't have their personalities or any of their memories. So Steven Universe has to go through and figure out how to restore their memories so that they can restore Spinel's memories, so that they can talk her into stopping the injector, which is eventually what they do. And throughout the entire movie, there's a lot of really solid music. I'm going to talk about the animation and the overall plot first. So the animation, in my opinion, was really good. I enjoyed it. It definitely felt Cartoon Network-y. I know it is Cartoon Network, but it does feel like it. I think Cartoon Network in general has its own style of animation. Like, you won't see like, it's nothing like Nickelodeon. Like, Nickelodeon has like SpongeBob and stuff like that, which has a very unique art style in comparison to Cartoon Network stuff. Steven Universe just felt 2D. It didn't feel 3D at all. Whereas like when you watch SpongeBob, everything looks kind of more 3D in comparison. But it felt pretty 2D, which is fine. Again, it's the art style. I'm okay with it. I didn't hate it. The music overall is fantastic in this movie. I really enjoyed the music a lot. I enjoyed listening to it. I sang along a couple times, like, oh, this is a good tune. I'm likely to listen to the soundtrack again. It's very, very good. The plot is where I start to have a couple issues. So, I think they had a really good idea. And I heard that it was in development for like 5 years, so that must have sucked. But, I think the idea was fine. I just feel like it might have been a little bit too fast, right? Like, I understand that a lot of movies that are developed from TV shows feel fast, because we spend, seasons learning about these characters. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, and then he, changes in like a couple minutes. But from the get-go, we start off with him in like the heavens or whatever with these gems of some sort that I'm assuming he helped out in previous seasons of the shows. And he wants to go back to Earth and like hang out with his friends, which is really nice. It's a nice little sentiment. I genuinely enjoyed that idea, but I feel like it was way too fast. It all happened in one musical number, and that part felt fast, but the rest of it felt slow. Like, particularly towards the end, I felt like a lot of it was really slow. We had that whole Spinel thing where she was like happy and liked Steven for like 10 minutes and then just all of a sudden reverted back to like I hate you, which I thought was kind of dumb in terms of like plot development, where like wow, you really reverted back to your old ways really quickly. I thought we had this whole song and this whole understanding thing happen, but no, we just kind of skipped over that. It felt kind of loose in a lot of areas, but overall I felt it was a strong character-driven narrative, which I enjoy. Let's talk about the voice acting real quick. I'm only going to talk about two of them because I think they're the most important to talk about. First of all, Zach Callison as Steven Universe. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's the same person that played before. I'm assuming it is. And I know that time went by, like 2 years went by between the shows and this, so I'm assuming that it's a different style. I've heard that the art style is different. I haven't looked at it, but I've heard it's different. But overall, I think that his performance was fine. I think he's got a good voice. He's got a really good head voice, which for those of you who don't know, it's like up in the higher register, like, oh, it's like really up there. He had a really good head voice. I enjoyed it a lot. And overall, I think that he did a good job delivering his lines in a way that made sense. Because a lot of cartoons in particular, I'm not going to say animated feature films, because this is more of a cartoon than an animated feature film, if you know what I mean. And they kind of skip over the fact that there's like feeling behind them and like there's characterization behind them, and they kind of just jump to like monotonic characters. Where I think Steven Universe was well put together, and I enjoyed listening to his performance. Next, Sarah Stiles as Spinel. I think she did a phenomenal job. In my opinion, the voice acting was just better than Callison's, but overall, her performance is really fun. I enjoyed listening to her, and I like how like even listening to the beginning Spinel to the end Spinel, it's a little different because she becomes, the happy Spinel in the beginning, in the middle, but she's really angry and obnoxious towards the end in the beginning. I like there was change between that, and I felt it was very energetic and very well put together. I don't know if they filmed this all in one room. I think it would have been smarter if they filmed it all in one room instead of filming it separately. They probably filmed it separately, but it really was, whatever they did really helped bring Stiles' performance to a higher level, in my opinion. I think it was really fun to listen to her. I had no problem understanding that was Spinel. It was really good. I enjoyed her voice, and it was really fun. Overall, in terms of plot, fine. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. Music was fantastic. Music's like top tier in this film, in my opinion. I enjoyed it a lot, which is a big influence on my rating, in my opinion. The voice acting was okay. The rest of the voice actors I didn't have a problem with necessarily. They just kind of felt lazier than the other two that I previously mentioned. They didn't feel super special, but they didn't feel not special either. But overall, not bad. I'm going to give this movie a B+. So I want to give you guys a quick shout out into next week. So next week, well, first of all, today's 15th, which means that WandaVision is coming out. As of right now, which I'm filming this on the 8th, I have no clue whether or not WandaVision is coming out as all episodes at once, or if it's coming out as one a week. I'm hoping it's one a week, because that's going to give me more time to watch it. But if it is all at once, I will be releasing WandaVision on the 18th. That is my goal. If it's one a week, I obviously will be releasing it like a week later, like the weekend that it stops. But I don't know if I will be able to watch it all in the one weekend, but that's my plan. We have Catch If You Can, which is a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. We have Luke Cage, Season 1, which is my MCU for the week. Anchorman 2, and What About Bob, which is a request. If WandaVision doesn't come out all at once, then I will put something on the 18th. Obviously, because I'm going to keep the schedule the same. I don't know what I'll put there. I think I might watch Citizen Kane next weekend instead. And watch that like on Sunday and then release it on Monday. Mainly because I haven't seen it yet, and I feel like I'm going to be talking about it in college a lot, so I'm probably just going to watch Citizen Kane. So if you're interested in that, that's probably something I will be doing in the near future, probably on Monday. But it depends on what happens today, which today is the 15th in your world. In my world, it's the 8th when I'm filming this, but on the 15th, I will find out for sure what exactly is going on with WandaVision. And if it's all at once, you will see that review on the 18th. And if it's not, then you will see it in like February. But I think that's really all I have for you guys today. As always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I will see all of you in the next video.